Right, I'm back. Now what we're going to do is a dress. Now I've got this striped fabric. I've already marked out the dress. I don't know if you can see the little black dots. And I'm going to put this together. It's just like a pinafore dress. And we'll see how we get on. Make sure they... Oops. Need to make sure you can actually see. Well, as best I can. So, I'm not going to cut it out just yet. I'm going to do the straight edges first. Only because I do it that way. I'm not conventional at all. Now, I have added a ½ inch on to turn the hem up. I'm just going to do another ½ inch, I think. Turn that around. And you're going, why has she done that? Well, because it's just easy to slice off and turn up. I kind of like doing all in one thing. Now, top of the sleeve, top of the shoulder. I'm going to double stitch this because it makes it stronger. And then do this side as well. So just move that out of the way for a minute. Yeah, that'll do. Right, so just going to cut about 5mm away from the the line I've sewn. And then I'm just going to take the shoulder bit there and cut that off. So we'll do that the other side as well. Slightly, again 5mm from the dotted line, but that's your opening for your sleeve. Now normally, like I say, I ignore that because I know I did sew that. That's just going to give me that guideline of where I need to be, so I don't make a mistake. Now, just go back and I'm just going to reinforce the ends before I turn them. This side as well. Take my plate off, my whatever you call that. I can never remember names of everything these days. That's when you know you're getting older. Right. Now all I'm going to do is turn this over, the hem. I have put like a seam on it, so I'm just going to turn that over. Like that. So it's about the width of the sewing foot. Now I could cut the material when I first cut it using pinking scissors, but mine at the moment actually, there's something wrong with them. I think they need a couple of the front teeth sorting out. Now that made that easy to go over. Just want to make sure we've got this right. And then do this one as well. Open that up. Could have been a little bit wider, but never mind. Make sure that's in place. And we're back to where we started. Let's get that thread out. Where have you gone, mate? There you are. I don't want it catching and starting to cause problems. So that's that done. Put that back on. Move that out of the way. Let's just have a look at this. Cut all the excess bits off. And once the jumper's on, you don't actually see this because you glue the arm to the dress. Now all I've got to do, and then the neck bit there, your jumper section will come out of the neck, so you don't actually see that. So you don't have to be too particular. Did I cut that? I don't think I did. There's me there chatting away like mad. Didn't even cut it. Here we go. Hey lass. You'll see what I mean. Because with this kind of canvas fabric, it does fray, but once your garment, once your doll's sewn into, glued into it, it's fine. But if you want to take the trouble to put some bias binding on there, then go ahead and do that. I'm not. Now, once the dress is on, you do have to pull the section in like that, and then you can see the dress properly. Okay. Now I'm going to do a doll, and with this will work for that doll. But I'm not going to do that doll just yet because I'm waiting for the fabrics. They're not until tomorrow. So I'm a little bit limited. So I don't want to use any other fabrics to make the actual dolls. I have a particular one that I use, like a brushed nylon. So that's going to be for my doll. Like I say, I can gather it in at the waist or I can gather it in at the top. I generally do it at the top and put like a band across. So we'll do that for that tomorrow and I'll show you that. Now, this is some really soft woolen fabric. It's the only piece I've got left. And I thought, well, I could make a dress out of it, yes. But shall I? How much have we got? Let's have a look. These little, you know, woolen bits. It's very hard to come by woolen fabric, and sometimes I have to search high and low for it. But yeah, I think I'll do it. I'll do that. You see, with me, I don't actually, although I've got patterns, I don't actually use a lot of patterns because I just eye everything. I'm not used to doing it. Now, thankfully with these kind of fabrics, they don't fray. So I've now got that and I'm going to sew that. I hope you can see. Let me just check. Yep, I think you can. I don't need to sew the neck, don't need to sew the arms, but I'm going to sew from the arm down to the bottom of the skirt. Although that's not straight, just straighten it up. That's that. Yeah, that'll do. Now the other side. keep the two pieces together. There we go, and that's done that. Oops. Now when I dress the doll, I can add a nice belt with that. I'm going to share this with you. Again, we come to the ends, these seams, and I trim them down into like a V. It just looks better that you can't see that on the dress when it's on the doll. Again, there's a nice dress, so we can belt that up or do something with it, and the perfect size for the 18-inch doll. The only other one I wanted to do, yeah, the other dress form is this. Let me just see if I can find enough of this. Right, yeah, okay. What I'm going to show you is this one. So just bear with me a minute while I cut this off. Right, I've got this grey fabric, and the other way, like I showed you yesterday, is all you do is you take the fabric, you turn it inside out, and you sew it. Now these collect under the neck, and you'll see what I mean when I dress the dolls. And just stitch this right down. Do you know, this has been a good old machine. Although I used to have an industrial one and an overlocker, this has been a fabulous old machine. Right, I do need to turn the neck in. Now, the neck section, we leave it so it's like got like a collar. So I just open the seam up like that, and I'm going to turn it down about 1 inch, and that'll give me a nice collar. I don't need to take this foot off at the moment, the piece off. So I'm sewing it about 1 inch to give the doll like a neck piece. Okay. Alright, so we've done that. So that's given, when that's gathered, I'll gather that by hand, and that gives you the neck piece. So we do need to turn the bottom section up as well. Give her a hem. And I just do that about, it's going to be an 18-inch doll, this one. Oops. Now obviously you can spend as much time on your dolls as you like, but with my line of work I don't have as much time. But they are done properly. Just cut any loose strands off. Thought I'd cut the material then. Oh, one bit first time. I once made myself, I was about 12 I think, and I was on the sewing machine at home at my mum's, and I'd made myself a lime green woolen skirt. I don't know why, because I don't wear lime green. I can't stand lime green. That's probably why. And I sat there and I just made it, put it on, thought, oh, I'll make another skirt. I had some cotton material, like a pastel coloured rainbow effect material. And I thought, oh, I'll make one in cotton. And I got my material out, started cutting the pattern for the skirt. And when I stood up, I'd cut a massive V in the front of my skirt that I'd just made, the lime green one. So I didn't even bother mending it, took it off and thought, sod that, that'll go in the bin and I'll never touch lime green again. And I haven't. So it just shows you, you know, we do make mistakes. There we go. Now, that's one of the easiest dresses to make. And then when you do, oops, when you do the sleeves, I'm going to have to show you this now, aren't I? Let me just show what I mean. So, I take my needle and thread. Okay. Do the sleeves exactly the same. So, you need to see what size your doll's arms are going to be. And do the sleeves to match exactly the same, apart from this. All you need is you don't hem the top of them, just the bottom where the wrist is. The rest of it you just sew in, turn upside down, inside out, or the right way should I say, and you end up with a nice sleeve. Like that. So we're back to the beginning. Pull it. This is what I showed you yesterday. Now 2 fingers in, because she's going to be the 18-inch doll. So that gives you the neck space to fit the head. Grab it. And then, oops, sorry. And then sew that a couple of stitches there for safety. Just to hold that in. I think actually somewhere I've got an outfit I can show you what I mean. So I do some of the outfits up front. Yep, there we are. So like I said, turn that the right way, and the gap you've left, just pull that through. And then just turn it and turn it until the stitching's roughly even. Seam at the back, and that you've made a beautiful, beautiful dress for the doll. Now I've got some here and I have them made ready. So I make the sleeve up like that. I can add lace, and then when I've gathered that, I'll turn it the right way. Sorry, I'll turn it inside out, gather the sleeve, and then turn it the right way, and that sits in there like that. Sorry, I'm not sure if you're seeing that. So I've got the sleeve that I've made. It's made from the same fabric, can actually go with that. Once I've turned it inside out, sewn around the top, turned it the right way around, it fits just there, like that. So I sit and make several at once. I have 1, 2, 3 pairs of sleeves there ready to go on the dolls. That's a long thinner dress that I've added lace to. Again, that's a lace one to go with one of those. That's a bit wider. You can do them however you want. This one I've done with a small pocket on, alternating the colour of the fabrics. And there's another one ready as well. They're just so easy to do, and I can sit and make loads of these, which I do sometimes. But I will wait to finish that one off, which I will be showing you when the material comes to make the dolls. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.